Get at Lauren now.
Let's go.
If there's ever a situation in your life that you feel like you could benefit from just getting some advice, a sounding board of strangers, if you will, that is exactly what At Lauren is for.
Yeah, because we open the phones, the text line to you, our audience, so many different people in so many different walks of life that maybe have lived through something similar and can pay it forward with some advice to what we call our at-her.
And you guys are always so helpful, and we really, really do appreciate it.
And we shared these responses with them after the fact. And the easiest way to get at Lauren, y107.com. All the links and ways to get your question to her is all right there on the At Lauren page.
So our adder today, I started dating my boss about 6 months ago.
Oh.
Nobody knows. It's not against company policy, but it would be awkward because it's a small company and everybody's pretty close. My best friend, who I totally trust and has great judgment, is telling me I have to make a decision. Either go public with our relationship or end it. She says if people find out on their own, it'll be a lot worse, and she's probably right. So I talked to him about it, and he doesn't think it's a good idea. For now, he wants to keep it quiet and see how things go. They've been going well for 6 months, so what's the holdup? I think he's being weird about it. He says dating the boss will make me look bad, and he doesn't want my reputation damaged. I'm proud of our relationship, and I want to show off my guy, so I have a lot of questions. Is he right? Should we keep it quiet, or is there something else going on here that I should be worried about? If he's not willing to be public, should I end the relationship? But if I do, won't that be even more awkward at work? Yeah. I'm in a bind. What should I do?
That's why a lot of companies don't allow inter-office romances. For that very reason. And I'm surprised she says that. Now, real quick, who is it that's telling her that she's going to basically out their relationship?
That she needs to?
Yes.
That's her best friend.
Her best friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, she says it's not against company policy. I find that kind of hard to believe that a supervisor, I think most companies, don't they say supervisors shouldn't be dating or have...
I mean, they say that you shouldn't, but some companies don't have a policy about it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Get at Lauren now.
Let's go.
Our adder is dating her boss. She has been for like 6 months, and he doesn't want that information to come out. So she is struggling with this idea of like, I want to be able to show off my man.
Right.
And he doesn't think that that's the best idea.
Nina is texting in with some At Lauren advice. Has she asked him why he is unwilling to go public? Also, has she thought about the effects going public will have within her and her fellow coworkers' environment there at the office? Seems like more needs to be discussed on both sides of this relationship.
Well, okay, so that is addressed, and he said he's concerned about how people would treat her at the office, like afraid that it would make her look bad and damage her reputation.
Like where if legitimately she's earning something, but
people are going to think that
it's because she's dating Scott.
Yeah. Also, has she thought about the effects of going public with her and her fellow coworkers? I mean, that is going to happen.
Right.
Likely.
Right. Will there be any number of range of emotions from the ladies that you work with now that could put you in a pretty uncomfortable spot for a while?
For sure. Let's go to the phones. We've got Andrea at the lake. Hey, what's up?
My advice would just be, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. Like, did somebody land a promotion dating the boss? Or, like, how long have you been working together? Like, there's a lot of factors in that. It's best, I think, to not mix pleasure with work. But I think that we need to know a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we really don't.
And it's so hard without knowing what kind of a person her boss is, Well,
yeah, did he get promoted? Did they just meet? Is this a career? There's a lot of factors outside of work, inside of work. I personally, if it's my career and that's my, focal point, I'm not going to mix that with pleasure.
Just because it could lead to...
It could be bad, yeah.
Pitfalls like this, Oh,
definitely. And then you, fall into the factor of, their drama has drama, and who needs that at work when you're just trying to make $1?
Get at Lauren now. 441-Y107.
And our adder today is dating her boss. It's been 6 months. She's ready to come out public. He is not. He says he's worried that it'll damage her reputation. Okay.
And that could be it. We don't know. I mean,
he could have the purest intentions.
There's a lot of factors going on here, and we don't know a whole lot of the details.
Right. And we don't know him. We got a text from Carrie in Rolla. She said, I'm going to go out on a limb. Right now, the relationship, by keeping it a secret, it keeps it fun, no effort, and a mystery. If they go public, then it becomes serious and work.
Ooh.
So maybe he's keeping it spicy by not letting it be a public thing. It's light and fun. It's sexy
and
for now.
Yeah, and this isn't like a regular relationship where you're like, okay, it's Facebook official. Yay, they're dating.
Right.
Now you've got that and
all of your coworkers.
All the coworkers and the inter-office politics and how that plays out. We got a text here that says, ultimately, I feel it's a rare case that these type of relationships work without one of them leaving the job, so it doesn't cause problems within coworkers or within their own career. Ended up stalling out. Not saying it's not possible, but it will be tough.
Very true. That's
very true.
Very, very true.
And again, that's another reason why a lot of companies put policies in place to where you're not supposed to date coworkers, especially supervisors, not supposed to date subordinates.
Not all companies,
But
though.
not all companies have that as a written policy. Let's go to the phones. Como, Christina, get at Lauren.
I think a lot of the reason maybe, I guess, like, he doesn't want it to be public is because, like, he doesn't want to feel like the other employees are going to come up to him and be like, oh, well, you're treating her this way because you're with her or whatever.
Showing favoritism towards her as opposed to,
Or he could actually have somebody else. I mean, that situation could go, two different ways. He could have somebody else that he's with, or he could be generally interested in her, but doesn't want to have the conflict in the workplace, too.
Yeah, my gut tells me that he doesn't have someone else, that he's just more concerned about his own hiney, and that if they go public, that may be frowned upon by his supervisors.
But without knowing him, we can't know that.
No, I know. That's the hard part of the whole story.
Because you're right. That could be his way of keeping it secret, is like, well, we just can't come out with it because I'm your boss.
Yeah.
But really, it's because he's got a whole other girlfriend.
Right. I think if I was in the situation, I would definitely talk to him and see why he doesn't want to go out in public, because that would be something that would definitely could ruin the relationship. So I would want to, find out why he doesn't want to go out in public, or is there someone else? Because it's always going to be in the back of your mind.
Do you have a personal issue, some family drama, or maybe your bestie is just straight up ticking you off? Get at Lauren now.
Let's go.
It is the Y107 Morning Show. We are Cosmo and Lauren. Our adder today is dating her boss, and it gets worse. They've been dating for like 6 months. He does not want to go public. He says that it'll make people skeptical of her.
Of her. He's more worried about her. He's trying to...
He says he's more worried about her.
He says he's protecting her.
He says that. So she's like, I want this to be public. I want this to come out in the open. I want to be able to show off my boyfriend and have a normal relationship with him.
So this is what I would do if I was the guy. I would say, I would go into work. I would totally ignore her, break up with her on the down low, and then act like she's crazy, like we've never even talked before. And then if she said anything, I'd be like, I'm not sure. Maybe you should talk to HR. Maybe you should go and get yourself some help because this is just not working. I never saw you outside of work. And then I would just play it like that.
Okay, but he's not the one asking us for advice. She is.
Oh, gosh. Well, then I would do the opposite. I would say, as her, I would do the same thing, but the opposite. I would be like, I've been dating him for a long time, and he doesn't want to go anywhere with it, and so he is crazy. I think we should call HR. Any way it goes, I would call HR.
Wow.
You have to keep your job.
Wow.
And then I would just act like the other person is just crazy as hell.
So you're ready to just torch this whole relationship. Like, that's it.
Oh,
pour gas on it.
For sure. And then try to walk away with as much as much job as you can keep because, I mean, it's not going to work out.
Get at Lauren now. 441Y107.